Where do I begin? I was gonna write a script, as I usually do for my videos. I even set time off, I even took time off my work for a couple hours so that I could watch the live stream and do a video on it as soon as it was over. I don't need a script because everything I have to say about that is pretty much fresh in my mind, and my thoughts are straightforward. So, Playground Games made a huge fuss about this upcoming update. They hyped it up to no end, even with some of the biggest YouTubers that cover Forza Horizon stuff posting on Twitter saying this changes everything, as AR12 Nick did. And fair enough, I thought it got me hyped up, so it worked. But holy crap, what a huge disappointment this update is. And that's not to say I don't appreciate the developers' efforts to bring new stuff into the game, because that's very much appreciated, and I don't want to be one of those channels that just talk shit non-stop about games, because that's not the point of this channel. And you'll probably notice that there were a lot of games that I didn't even cover on the channel, because I tried to make a point to only bring games I enjoy that I enjoy playing outside of the channel. Even if I have some negative stuff to say about that, I always try to make a point in only covering games I actually enjoy. I'm not gonna say that's gonna be the case 100% of the time, but about 95% of the time that's the case. But Forza Horizon 4 is the game that I play the most, by far. There is no other game that I have put so many hours as I did in Forza Horizon 4. And to say that I'm disappointed, it's an understatement. So, I guess this update, if you haven't watched live stream is still going. I just stopped watching because I couldn't be bothered. There's a new mode called Super 7 that's gonna be included in the game starting tomorrow with an update. It's gonna be free for everybody who owns the game. And it's a brand new mode that's gonna allow people to create custom routes with props and assets and stuff like that. Okay, so on the surface, I believe that some people might go, oh, that's interesting, that's awesome. But my problem with it, and that's my problem with pretty much not every single, but most of the latest updates, is that it's not the idea, it's the implementation here that lacks. So on the last video that I did on Forza Horizon 4, where I was speculating what this upcoming update was going to be about, I said that the game was growing stale and that the game was getting to a point where every new feature seemed like an afterthought that the developers just decided to retrofit into the game rather than just properly planning and implementing. And this Super 7 feature is probably the one that makes it it makes a case to show that's probably the issue with the game. So why am I saying that? Super 7 is a mode where you can create custom stuff. As I said, it kind of builds on top of the custom blueprint, the custom routes that's already in the game. They added it via an update, I think last year, that allows you players to create custom routes, placing checkpoints wherever they want, and making it available for the community. And it's an awesome feature. I use that quite a lot, but as usually is the case with Playground Games, they release a new feature and sort of forget about it. They don't advertise it as much as they do when it comes out. And that's the case with the custom blueprint feature, because you don't see them talking about it anymore. You don't see they putting a spotlight on certain custom created routes. You need to dig in to find the good stuff, because most of the stuff that's on the surface for everybody to find has to do with glitches and people just taking advantage of any problems that the game has to just gain a lot of experience or a lot of money. And that's not fun. That's not why I play the game. I want to find some interesting routes. And unfortunately, the interesting routes are buried within the search, and you may never find them unless you start looking up recommendations on YouTube, looking up recommendations on Reddit, on forums, on Discord, what have you. Super 7 is perhaps the feature that feels like an afterthought, the one that feels most like an afterthought out of all of the other ones that they added. As you're probably watching on this video right now, you can see that you can add a lot of props, a lot of assets. You can add a T-Rex, you can add a Ferris wheel, you can have ramps, gates, all sorts of stuff. The asset selection is pretty limited from what I could tell from the live stream, but yeah. And you can build it vertically, which is awesome, and you can build it at ground level. Your choice. And the developers even went as far as allowing people to go over the boundaries of the game and see some of the streaming stuff that goes in the background, just for the sake of allowing people more freedom when building these custom routes, quote-unquote routes. My problem with it is that you're basically just reskinning existing events. They showed on the live stream that you can create like speed camera challenges, speed zone challenges, danger signs challenges, but you're basically just reskinning those existing challenges. You need to pick up one of the existing PR stunts that are currently available in the game, and you can add props and assets along the way. That's pretty much it. I don't understand why T-Rex exists, because they don't serve any purpose on the game as far as I could tell. Again, all of them, everything that I'm saying right now is from the perspective of someone who just watched live stream and didn't get a chance to go hands-on with the mode. I'm gonna be able to do that starting tomorrow. That's when I'm gonna be able to bring my impressions on the game, on the mode. But you're basically just reskinning events, so why not allow people to just create new speed camera challenges? Let's say, for example, they want to place a speed camera somewhere new, somewhere where you don't have it in the game, on the vanilla game. But they don't allow you to do that. Why not allow people to create custom danger signs by allowing them to place ramps and checkpoints and just set a distance for people in the community to try to beat that? But no, you're basically just choosing what's existing in the game and just reskinning the path that's gonna lead you towards that challenge. And this sucks. I hate to be saying that, but this sucks so much because it feels like an afterthought. It feels like this game wasn't built with these features in mind. It wasn't built with the intention of expanding the game in these directions that developers have been trying to push. It seems like the developers just basically watched what everybody else is doing and said, hey, what if we do the same thing in our game? What if we try to do the same stuff that Battle Royales have been doing? What if we try to do some stuff similar to that? The game was just, we need to face it, the game just wasn't built for that, and it's clear with every new update that they released, with the exception of the Eliminator, which is an awesome feature. Every other update that they released after that seems to be an afterthought, and that's one of the reasons why I say that the game was growing stale, was getting stale. By comparison, when you look at what Ivory Tower has been doing with The Crew 2, you can clearly see that they developed that game with the intention of expanding it in all sorts of the directions, because with every new update they add a new mechanic that was not present in the game before that update. So rather than feeling like an afterthought, it feels like it was properly planned out. And I'm not talking about whether developers at Forza Horizon suck or not. I think they are very capable developers. They have proven to us that they're able to do great games. It's just that Forza Horizon 4 doesn't feel like it was built to expand in that direction that they have been trying to build. And it sucks because I wanna be excited for these updates. I wanna be someone who goes, oh, I'm gonna be playing this mode a whole lot, but the reality of it is, there's a good chance that once this update is out, they're gonna be promoting this mode for a couple of months and then just forget about it, just like they did with the custom blueprint feature. And it's unfortunate because the idea in itself is nice. The execution, it is not. Again, a lot of useless assets, you're just reskinning PR stunts. It remains to be seen what exactly people are going to be able to do when they create custom routes with those assets, because I could tell from the live stream that you're going to be able to do that. But there's a budget, a memory budget that's on the top right of the screen that's going to limit how many assets you're going to be able to place on the track. And I can pretty much guarantee you that the memory limit is based on the lowest common denominator, and that's gonna be the base Xbox One. That's yet another thing why I think the next Forza Horizon 4 absolutely needs to be exclusive to these new consoles. Otherwise, we're still gonna be hitting a wall that's limited by what those older consoles are able to run. And the Xbox One, the base Xbox One, is not a powerful console, we all know that. The Xbox One X improved it quite a bit, but it's not quite there yet. The Xbox Series X is a massive jump over the last gen consoles, but you're still limited by what the base Xbox One is able to do, because Forza Horizon 4 wasn't a game built for the Xbox Series X. It was a game built for the base Xbox One, unfortunately. So my hope is that with the Forza Horizon 5, they go full on next gen with that game. Please don't support the last gen Xbox One. As much as I know people are gonna hate me for saying that, as much as people are gonna make the argument that Microsoft shouldn't be leaving their player base behind, but holy crap, it's gonna suck if we're gonna have to play a game for the next 2 to 3 years that's limited by what the last gen consoles are able to do. So please don't do that. Whatever you do with the next Forza Horizon game, make it next gen only. Focus on what the new consoles are able to do, are able to run. Otherwise, we're gonna be seeing features like that are severely limited by what the older consoles are built for. And for the love of God, build Forza Horizon 5 to expand. Even if you think that you're not gonna explore a certain direction that the new Forza Horizon is gonna allow you to push to, but at the very least, build it so that you have more options that you can pick from when building the next feature update, when building the next expansion, just so that you're not limited by what you have built, by the framework that you have built for that game. Anyways, that's a pretty negative video. I don't like doing these videos. Again, this channel is meant to be a celebration of racing games, or games that I enjoyed outside of racing games. But as a game that I played a lot, as a game that I put a lot of time on, it sucks seeing so many undercooked features being added to the game just for the sake of extending the life of that game, just until we get a brand new Forza Horizon or a brand new Forza Motorsport. It sucks. Not happy with this update, at least from what I've seen on the live stream. Again, I might be jumping the gun here, but that's my initial raw impressions based on what I saw on the live stream. When the update is out, I'm gonna be playing it, I'm gonna be checking it out. If there's something that I feel I was unfair in my assessment, my initial assessment of the update, if there's something that I feel that's surprising in a good way, I'm gonna do another video on that. Otherwise, if you don't see another video on that on this channel, that means everything that I said throughout this video still stands. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.